Hello, welcome to today's video. Do you ever think that maybe you aren't making the most of the 24 wonderful hours that you have in your day? Do you think that what if I had more number of hours, I would have been able to achieve a lot more? Or do you think that you just keep on sitting, dreading over the task that you have to do, but somehow aren't getting the motivation? Do you think that you are procrastinating all day long? An important question that I believe must be addressed by each one of us. And I'll tell you how do you overcome your procrastination. Talking about myself, I tend to manage my time well and have done a ton of things in the same 24 hours that anybody just like yourself have in their day. But how is it that I was able to do so many things? How do I ensure that I do not procrastinate, nor do I give away my rest time or give away my free and enjoying time? So let me share the 6 important tips and ways actually which will help you to not procrastinate during the day. The first one, let me take a step back and tell you what exactly is procrastination. Some of you must be thinking that procrastination is same as laziness. But actually no. Laziness is when you are not doing anything at all. But procrastination is when you are doing something else instead of the actual task that you were supposed to do in that particular time. If you are a student, it might be possible that you have an exam coming up in the next month, so you should actually be studying for it, but instead you are just spending time on doing something else. Maybe there's a project that you're working on, or maybe you're just hanging out with friends a lot more. If you were hanging 3 times a week till a month ago, even though the exams are near, but actually you are spending 4 or 5 days a week with your friends just hanging out, because you do not actually want to do the main task of studying for your exam. Does this sound like you? Or if you are a working professional, it might be possible that that one course that you have been trying to learn, that one skill that you want to learn so that you are able to advance in your career, you are trying to avoid that, not study that, though it's there in the back of your mind that that is the main task that you have to do. But instead, you are just occupying yourself with things which aren't as on a higher priority as the task is. If that sounds like you, or if in other scenarios you've seen yourself to be procrastinating a lot, then I'll be sharing 6 ways in which you will be able to overcome all of that. So let's get started. The first one is to make a to-do list. Yes, that's right. Whether you are old school type wherein you like to have it on your paper, on your desk every day, so make it on a piece of paper which has a list of all the tasks that you plan to do for the day. And it will be a great tip to actually write down the time slots. You do not have to make a to-do list by the minute, but say you want to complete a complete reading a blog, so then you can allot 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. in your to-do list for reading the blog. You do not have to make it precise, but give it a considerable amount of time in which that thing can be done. If you are somebody who's more tech savvy, likes to have everything on their phones, then make a to-do list on your phone. There are a ton of apps for it. And if you do not want to use some other app, a normal note application on your phone also works. It should just have a list of things that you have to do. This way you'll ensure, and as soon as you keep on doing any of the tasks on the to-do list, remember to check that off. So anytime that you're looking at the sheet on your paper of the to-do list or on your mobile phone, you will see the number of tasks that are pending for the day. And believe me, you and your mind will be eager to complete it, because the sense of satisfaction after having a full to-do list completed at the end of the day beats nothing else. The second one is that when you're making your to-do list, try and allot a priority to each of the tasks. You should have tasks which are on high priority, which you have to finish in that particular time and on that particular day, and some tasks which are on the lower priority. Also ensure that if, say, you only have 3 high priority tasks planned for a day, you include a lot of low priority tasks. Maybe you have been wanting to clean out that cupboard in your house, or you have been wanting to start writing your diary at the end of the day. So these tasks, which will not hamper your everyday working but are important to you, include them as low priority tasks between your high priority tasks. This will have multiple advantages. The very first one being that the more number of tasks that you check off from your to-do list, you will gain a sense of pride and accomplishment that you have been able to succeed and achieve completing those tasks. So that will be wonderful. And the second advantage of this is that you will complete a lot of tasks which you might be just pushing and putting it down the carpet for the weekend, and then when the weekend comes, you're all tired and just want to relax, and you do not want to complete those low priority tasks, which then become like very, very high priority tasks. Because if your cupboard is messy, Monday mornings are going to be difficult. The third important point to do is to have a friend, a colleague, or a partner with whom you are on good terms with. Do prioritizing and ensure that you do not procrastinate with a partner, and keep a check on each other. When we have a sense of community and a sense of belonging and responsibility for somebody else, that we have to ensure that the other person does not procrastinate, that will also help us keep a check on ourselves, so that we do not let our friend or partner down by procrastinating. So having a partner with whom you are able to share that, okay, yes, I had these 10 or 12 to-do item lists and it's already 6 p.m. and I have completed 8 of the 12 tasks that I had decided, that will keep a check on yourself, because you will also be interacting with someone and speaking out loud the number of tasks that you have accomplished and the tasks that you have to accomplish in the remaining rest of the day. The next way to ensure that you do not procrastinate is you should focus on the reason of why you are trying to accomplish a particular task on your to-do list. You see, our brain works in a very different way. It is not just mechanical. At the end, it is a part of our bodies, right? It has an emotional intelligence. So if the brain knows the why of doing things, that will help the brain in allocating more focus and more energy towards accomplishing that task. It is very important to focus on the reason and look at the bigger picture. For example, if you, continuing the example we were discussing about cleaning your cupboard during the weekdays as low priority tasks on your to-do list, what do you think is the bigger picture? Give it a thought. The bigger picture is that you will be more organized and more ready for your weekend and moreover the work week following. So that will ensure that you have more time to spend on things which are on a higher priority for those days. So the bigger picture is what motivates you, what also enables the brain to give its focus towards accomplishing the task. So focusing on the why and looking at the bigger picture. The brain gets rewarded the most when it knows the importance of achieving a particular task. Every day in our lives, we tend to get focused and we tend to get inspired by just the short term, the immediate rewards. But that is not how life works, right? We need to focus on the bigger picture of what does it mean to actually achieve it and how does it fit into our overall healthy lifestyle, our great career that we wish to achieve. So ensure that you're focusing upon the why of doing things. The next very important way to avoid procrastination is to focus upon the place that you are at. You should optimize the environment you're working in, especially with remote working and work from home culture, the boundary between your work, your bedroom, or your living room tends to get blurred. What that does is, whether it is a personal task or a professional task, you do not know where the boundary lies. The environment isn't suited to create that boundary between the two environments. So having a dedicated workspace, a dedicated place for your to-do list as well helps. It should not be that one day you're keeping your keyboard mouse at the same place, keeping your to-do list at the same place, then moving it, keeping your coffee mug, some snacks there. That does not give a sense of space to the list that you've prepared. You should be able to focus, and the environment should support you. It should not be a hindrance, nor be a barrier. It is important that the environment is with you and helps you focus upon the thing that is the most important to you. The sixth and the most important way of avoiding procrastination is to divide big, huge tasks into smaller chunks of tasks. It is always best to divide and conquer, as we techies say. Dividing a bigger problem into small chunks, into small pieces, and achieving each of those individual pieces will obviously lead you to achieve the whole big task. It is very critical that you divide your task into doable tasks. This is very important. Do make a note of it. Having doable tasks and creating tasks are two very, very different things. They're worlds apart. Let me share the difference in depth. So, just assigning a task. Say, I want to keep my house tidy. Or let's go into a tech example. I want to make a mobile application which does so and so. That is a very big task, and it won't finish in a day. So that isn't realistic. Setting up realistic, doable tasks is important. So my suggestion and the way to avoid procrastination is to divide this big task into small doable tasks which are realistic. So instead of saying on your to-do list to do a task which says make a mobile application, you can divide it into tasks like an ideation phase. What is the aim of the project? What is the aim of your application? Then working on the UI, working on the backend, working with the database. Are you integrating it with the cloud? Will it work on all devices? What technology will you be using? Will it just be a Android application? Will it be on iOS? Would you have like a PWA for it? Like many things. And that will help you also expand it to new horizons that you might not have thought of. So the sixth point, as I discussed, is to divide your big task into small, doable, realistic tasks. And as I always have a bonus tip for everybody who is trying to improve and get to the height that they want to reach, here is the bonus tip for today. The important way of avoiding procrastination is that you reward yourself. So any and every time you're doing a task and you're able to accomplish it, you know which tasks are difficult, which tasks are comparatively easily doable, which are high priority tasks, which ones are low priority tasks. So why not reward yourself? Rewarding yourself is like a reinforcement to yourself about achieving something much better. So for example, keep a target of, if you have 12 tasks planned for the day, and if you complete 6 tasks out of that is 50% of your tasks, then reward yourself with something that you love. Maybe you love a good cup of hot chocolate. So why not have hot chocolate once you're done with 50% of your tasks? And believe me, your body and mind will be very happy and will actually be motivated every day to go ahead and accomplish it. It can also be, so if you like to eat candies, so why not have a candy treat once you have completed most of your tasks. So this is a very important bonus tip. It is very important to appreciate ourselves, our mind, and especially us as individuals for any and everything that we do, that we achieve in our lives. So I believe that you will no longer be procrastinating. Using all of these ways, you will be able to accomplish and work more towards the goal that you have been working so hard for for so long. All the very best. Do remember to like the video, share it with everybody. This is a video meant for anybody, somebody who's currently actively working in the industry, not actively working, somebody who's a student, somebody who's still in school, somebody who's in their mid-career. It works for anyone and everyone. So share it with everybody and do subscribe for more such content. Thank you.